Alright, hello everyone. Let me just make sure that we're working. I have had to make this series of How to Beat Safari Zone twice now. I've gotten halfway the first time, and I just made one video this time. My mic does not want to work. Not sure why. If I can confirm that the audio is working. There we go. Nice. Okay. So hello everyone. So we can finally get this started because I'm going to be having a tournament on Friday where I'll explain it more, and you guys can go to my Discord and my recent posts and read more about that if you guys are interested. But there'll be a tournament where you get every single unique in Safari Zone. It starts at 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday, if you guys want to go join it. But I'm trying to make this video and get it out as soon as possible because I want to show you guys how to beat Safari Zone. So for anyone who actually wants to participate in that, because I know this game is huge and it's very confusing. Even for me, sometimes I kind of forget how to do stuff. This video will be like a tutorial, and I'll make a series of them. It's not going to be just in this video. It'll be different parts and sections so that it's not super complex. But how to beat the game step by step. So if there's any part of the game where you're like, I'm a little bit stuck, how do I do this? This is your way. So first, when you start, you're going to press this green flag. I've already kind of started it. But so for you guys, that's how you press it. Let me make sure the game's not too loud. This video will be like a tutorial, and I'll make a series of them. It's not just in this video. We'll see. You want to make sure that your version, if you're playing on an older version, that's fine, just for this video, and for the... Okay, yeah, the game's quieter. I tried to edit it so it was quieter, so you could actually hear me. So you want your version to be 1.9.2. If the version is an older one, that's fine, just for this... I mean, for most of you, if you don't know what the game is, you'll probably be playing on this newer version. So... that I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, this is the version we play on. This is the version I'm playing on. So when I make new videos, there will be different updates. But at the current moment, this is the newest update. So this is probably what you're going to be playing on. So for reference, that's what that is. When you start, there's going to be a wild zebra. You can see this guy. You can click on him. This is how you encounter your zebra. Now, there are things that called uniques in this game. What those are is they're just different colored variants of your creatures, your furry friends. And they're just like a collectible item if you want to get them. For this zebra, for most of the common ones like this guy, like he's just a regular encounter, his odds are 1 in 100. So if you want to get this guy, press this green flag to reset. Do not press this green flag for any other reason unless you're resetting the zebra specifically, because that resets your game. So if you're like midway through the game, you wouldn't want to do that because it would delete your entire account. So this is how you do it, and you're just going to keep doing that and keep doing it until you get the outcome you want, which would be your unique zebra. I will not be hunting for it in this video. I will also not get the unique. So that is if you guys want to go try it, go find it. I probably have it in one of my older videos if you want to go see that. But you guys can go ahead and take yourselves. So now when you start, just for reference also, the bag item and the swap item. The bag item will be getting a feature soon. Swap does not. I probably should take those out because it's confusing. These buttons do not do anything and never will do anything. Your bag and swap will never do anything throughout the entire game. Your run button doesn't work for this encounter, but it will later. So if you get an encounter that you don't care about, later in game you can just run from it. If you don't want it, the tame button will be to tame. Now, okay, I was hoping this would come up first. So there's this. It doesn't seem to like you. This will get there for regular encounters like this guy. There's a 1 in 3 chance for him to tame. If it is not that 1 in 3 chance, he will say it doesn't seem to like you. For everyone but the zebra, because the zebra can't run because it's your first encounter, you need to get this guy. So he's guaranteed. You just have to keep doing this a few times. For every other encounter, if it says it doesn't seem to like you, then it will just run. The encounter will despawn, and you will lose that creature. So even if you have a unique, it will run. Which makes it a little bit of luck, but I think that makes the game kind of fun. And when you get uniques, it makes it more exciting. So we're going to tame this guy. Eventually, you will get him. Once you get these first heart, then you know you got him. And it'll say, you tame this creature. So congratulations. You guys have gotten your first creature in Safari Zone, which is your zebra. Now you'll be greeted with your menu that will ask you to choose your character. You can choose your character. There's also an option for wild mode. Wild mode is basically a harder version of the game. So it just adds a bunch. It makes the game a lot longer. It adds extra sections, and it adds ways for you to die, so you could lose your account. Much more difficult. I would highly recommend if you've never played this game before and you're watching this tutorial because you want to learn how to play, do not play wild mode. That will be, I'll make that a different series for that. So anyone who wants to test themselves, you can try wild mode. It is a much more difficult and definitely not meant for beginner players. So do not try it if you're just starting. If you are just starting, you can select your character. I'll be selecting this guy, and you'll be greeted in Lowleaf Village. Now you'll see there are 3 doors. There's this door down here, which you are not able to go into. This one over here to the right, which you're not able to go into. There is one up here that you will be able to go to, and I'll show you in a minute. This is a fossil extractor. You cannot do anything with it currently. I will explain that in a different video when you're able to. The other NPCs you can see here are this guy. This is the Guardian, I believe, and he will ask you for a unique monkey, unique snake, and a prism. I will explain. That's like a mid-game thing, so you don't have to worry about him at all right now. unless you really want to start getting that done early. At some point to progress through the game, you will need a unique monkey, you will need a unique snake, and you will need a prism. I will talk about those in different videos, but if you want to get a head start, I guess you start working on those. So, and then your second NPC in here is the Zookeeper. Zookeeper shows you all of your creatures. As of right now, there are 24 creatures in total in the game. Anything with a red circle right here, it means it is a wild mode exclusive. So that is the perk to playing wild mode, is there's a bunch of new stuff that you can get. There are 5 creatures in the game you currently cannot get in classic mode, which is what I'm playing right now. So if you do want to get those extra creatures, you can play in wild mode. But again, if you're just starting, I wouldn't recommend it because it is a much harder version of the game. So talking about different creatures and you're probably looking at these and say, well, what are the different circles? So your black ones here, these are just your regular creatures like your Zebra, just basic encounters. The orange ones are alphas. These are kind of like bosses for this game. The alphas are going to be creatures you'll encounter. Usually they're static encounters. Sometimes they're rare and you find them in the wild. But these are like your bosses, and they'll be very hard to tame. They have a 1 in 10 tame rate. And if you want to encounter their unique, they're a 1 in 200. So I will talk about those more when you're ready. Right now you are not ready for any alphas. They are difficult to get, but cool to obtain. So, and then there are rainbow circles like these. There are 3 of these. There's one here, and there's one over here. These are what are called Titans. These Titans you get throughout the game. These are guaranteed tame. I will explain more about the unique odds later because they're a little more complex. But those you will not be getting till mid-game and end-game. You will not be encountering any of those randomly in the wild. They are part of the story. So those are the Titans. Those are the 3 different circles. And remember again the red ones here where it says select and instead of purple. The purple is just in base game. It's in classic and it's in wild mode. And then if it's red, it's specifically for wild mode. So now after we talk about the zoo, you're in Little Leaf Village. You're able to go through this brown door up here, and it brings you to the prairies. Now for the prairies, and again, if you're playing wild mode, I'm not going to explain it because it'll be confusing for the classic mode players. If you're playing wild mode, your screen will look a little bit different, and that will be explained in a totally different series. So I'm not going to get too deep into that right now because that's not what this is about. But so for classic mode, you go to the prairies, there will be an encounter in the grass, and it will be with a monkey. So what you have to do, let me add this. To get encounters, you're going to press space. The zebra, it was to click on it. For these guys, you're going to go up to it, have your character underneath the grass, and you're going to press the space bar, and it will encounter with your monkey. This monkey has a 1 in 3 tame rate and a 1 in 100 unique odds. The unique is pretty cool, and you do need it for the story. I will not be getting it right now. I'll probably just get it off camera, so you guys don't have to see me grind during this video. But so we're going to tame this guy. I'm going to show you. All right, so we got this guy first try. I'm going to show you an example of what it looks like for a creature to run from you. You can also, as I showed you, you can run from these creatures. Like, let's say you were unique hunting, you wanted to get that guy unique, you can just keep running from encounters till you get the unique version. So here's your monkey. You can tame it. Mine didn't tame it, it doesn't seem to like you. It's going to kick me out of the encounter. So that's what it looks like for a creature to run from you. But so you'll see if we go back to our Zookeeper, you'll see that we have our monkey. And there you go. That's going to end it off for the first tutorial. You now are able to get your first 2 creatures and beat the prairies. I will make some more videos. I'm going to hopefully try and beat the game tonight. Just quickly get through it and show you guys how to get all the creatures and everything. And then I'll do a wild mode playthrough. So that is it. Hopefully that helped.